I'm Kee.
And I'm T.
And welcome to Kee T Unfiltered. This is episode 41,
guys. Yes.
We're going to do something a little different today. We're going to film a reaction video. We're going to watch tonight's conversation and we're going to respond to it. All right, guys. So
get into it.
What's your name? What's your question?
My name is Day, and my question is, I said I'm a woman that has my together and I'm past ready to settle down. I believe that a man is supposed to definitely find the woman, but men are not approaching me. What should I do, or what advice can you give?
You better wait. Because it better not be going to should I start pulling up on men.
No.
Okay.
I think the thing about it is,
I'm gonna put the light on her real quick. Put the camera on her. Let me see what she look like. She go, girl.
all right, so I'm going to chime in and give my response to the question that the young lady just asked. In some ways, I'm kind of like her. I don't go outside. It's not that you're desperate for a mate. I mean, who doesn't want to be in a relationship? But at the same time, I like my peace. I don't go outside as much. But I'm expecting that person, my person, to find me. I mean, if you're going to find me, you're going to find me either in Walmart, Aldi's, TJ Maxx, or something like that. I don't go to clubs like that. And at the end of the day, is that the type of person that I really want to attract? That's somebody who's constantly always outside. But I mean, I understand that you do have to go outside to meet somebody. What do you think?
All right, I'm not gonna linger it on. I felt like they were lingering it on in the conversation. It's just my personal opinion. I'm just gonna cut to the chase. I feel like if you don't go outside, like she said, how do you expect to meet people? You have to be able to go outside and mingle with different people. And like they also stated, you don't want to, and I agree with this, you don't want to attract you can find a man anywhere, but you want to find that right man. You don't want that man that's gonna come up, like she said, you don't want no man that's gonna come up to you, that's gonna come up to you with the same line that he's gonna give every woman. No, you want to find yours. So you have to get out there and find yours. And that lady, she was very attractive, but you know, when God's ready, he'll send you someone that's for you, because that one person could be for everybody.
How's it going? My name is Brendan. My question is, what's the biggest contributor to this new wave of situationships, let's say over the last 10 years?
what's the biggest contributor?
Yeah, what's the biggest contributor?
Oh, I'll be honest with you. I'll tell you right off top what the biggest contributor is. It's honestly a wave full of people who say they want love but really don't understand love. It's a generation full of people who say, I want love, I want commitment, I want marriage, I want a relationship. But in all actuality, you just want what you've seen on your friend's Instagram page. You really just want to go out of town. You really just need somebody to hold in the middle of the night when you're lonely. Nobody understands what commitment is. Don't nobody want to sit and say, this is a partner I'm going to build a life with and better this person and they're going to better me. We really only want what we see, and that's just my opinion.
I think the biggest contributor, yeah, give it up for sure. I think the biggest contributor to situationships, though, is low self-worth. People are just settling for whatever piece of a man or whatever piece of a woman they can get, and then you end up having feelings, afraid to communicate them because you made an agreement silently or even verbally that you're willing to accept this low-level treatment. And if we just start to see ourselves differently and work on our self-worth first, you won't attract situationships. The truth is, nobody really wants to just have sex and be done, and you're worried about what he's doing or what she's doing in their free time. You actually want somebody who thinks about you. You want somebody who considers you. You want somebody who commits to you. That's actually what you want. But you're allowing yourself to program yourself to believe that you'll just take this. And then we say things like, oh, now it's not a good time for dating. Well, if it was a good time for sex, then it was a good time to date.
What do you think?
So I agree. Like some women, they want a situation, right? And when they get into that situation and they see, all right, we having sex, they want a little bit more. They want to pull a little bit more, knowing that they agreed to being in a situation where, look, we're just having sex, we're just chilling, we're just relaxing. If you want a relationship, you have to let that be known from the door. This is what I want. You have to have expectations. And if you don't have expectations, how do you expect for someone to respect you?
Exactly.
You know, let them know this is what I want. Some people, they enjoy having just situations, but I feel like even if you enjoy having a situation, eventually you are going to want a little bit more. Know your worth.
Absolutely. Okay. I like that. I agree with both aspects of Dimitri and the young lady that just gave her comment. But with Dimitri, I think a lot of women do look at their friends and they want to go take the bay vacations and go half on things and stuff like that. But you really don't know what it is to put in the work to have a real relationship. That man let you know from the start that this is what it is, and you accepted those terms. But later on, you catch feelings, because I don't care what nobody say. We as females are not built that way. We can say that we're okay with a situationship, but you're going to catch feelings, especially if you're really putting it down.
I think that men catches feelings as well.
Absolutely.
Even some women, they just want to be in a situationship, and I think that men catches feelings as well. But what I don't get is if you like be an adult. If you want that, you want that. If you don't, let them know this is what I want. Right. Because you're limiting yourself.
Exactly. I think as far as, I don't want to say being desperate, but just to have somebody there and you are willing to ignore all the red flags just to have somebody there, lowering your self-worth, knowing that you want more. But yeah, but then everything that you see with your friends online, and you think that everything is peaches and cream. They probably just finished punching each other out and saying, all right, let's just take this vacation and see if we can work on this relationship. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that all relationships are like that. I paid my money already, so let's just go. Yeah. So everything that seems peaches and cream is not peaches and cream. And you shouldn't want with the next woman or man relationship that they have. Want your own, build your own, so this way you and your partner can build that relationship the way it needs to be built, instead of living off someone else's dream. Because I'm never living off somebody else's dream. I got my own dreams. And I think it boils down to all of what you want in life.
Yeah.
If you know from the start that you want to get married and you want to have children, why settle for a situationship when you know that it's not going to lead anywhere? And they get mad at the other person when you spit out these requests that you want, and they tell you, I told you from jump, that's not what I wanted. So, yeah.
Can't be mad.
Right.
That was good.
And my question is, what does it mean when a man admits he's trying to protect you from himself? Is that love or is it avoidance?
Cap. No. You know what I think it means? It means I want the ability to tell you, I told you so when I fuck up a year or two down the line. I told you I had mama drama. I told you I wasn't over my ex. It sounds like, see, here's the thing. A lot of you guys see a man's vulnerability in such a way that means draw closer. You're like, you know what? I'm glad he told me this. That means he trusts me. Even though he's telling you where the fuck his red flags are. And instead of avoiding it, what do? You say, oh, he must care about me.
Love me.
What I'm saying is, the last thing you want to give a man the ability to do is to tell you, I already told you I was fucked up.
There you go.
Because guess what? Every moment you invest in that man, after that man has finally told you the truth about him, you don't want it. Listen, you don't want to hear this, but it's on you. It does not mean fix him. It does not mean change him. It does not mean he just ain't never met a woman like me. It means pack your shit and find a healed man. Anybody else? Anybody? Do we got anything else?
I think you pressed that one, brother.
All right. Thank you for your question. You go.
What are your thoughts?
I think Ace hit the nail on the head. So many women go into a relationship thinking that they can fix a man. Especially when a man is at a certain age. People just are who they are, whether it be good or bad. It's your choice to take the accountability for the decisions that you made. He told you from the start that he was messed up and he wasn't looking for anything, but you chose to go with it. He's letting you know now that way along, like he said, along the line, when he does mess up, he can say, hey, well, I told you how I was. I told you I was messed up. But you chose to entertain me anyway.
He's giving your ass an early apology. He's apologizing before he commit the crime. Okay?
Because he know he ain't shit.
Yep. Because he know he ain't shit. Right. He or she know they ain't shit. I don't want to be that, double standard. They know they ain't shit. Whether it's a woman or a male, they know that they ain't shit. So they're like, all right, I'm letting you know at the jump, this is how I am. I'm not healed. These are all my red flags. Either you're going to deal with it or not. And like some women and men, they be like, all right, yeah, they telling me that. Yeah, they like me. Ooh, they wouldn't have told me that. No, honey. They're warning your ass. So when they're giving you that warning, run for the hills. If you decide to stay, that's on you. Because that man was honest with you, that woman was honest with you, they gave you the red flags, they told you that they weren't healed, they told you that they're gonna F up in a relationship. And like I said, it's an early apology. So this way they can say, I told you what it was from jump. And you gotta accept that. You gotta eat that one.
Accountability.
It is what it is.
Position. Okay, we got it. What's up?
What do you do when your wife respects and appreciates her friends more than she does her husband who pays the bills with her?
Who pays the bills? Okay. All right. Anybody want to start? Anybody want to start?
Well, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Mr. Paul, please define for me respect. What do you mean when you say she respects her friends more than she does the one who pays the bills? What does that mean?
If I call her and she on the phone with one of those friends that's back there,
hey, you know a nigga serious when he like, hey. All right, let's get back to it. All right, let's get back to it. Okay. So when you call, she like, I'm gonna hit you back because I'm talking to my girls.
yeah.
All right. Do you feel like she spends more quality time with her friends than you?
No, that's not my point. My point is she don't respect my energy and effort to stay in our relationship, stay in our marriage, and stay with our children, stay with her. She respects their opinions, their thoughts, their bullshit.
All right, Paul. Okay, all right, Paul. See, so listen, Paul. I want you to go home to a happy home. So what I'm gonna do is say this. Let me ask you this question, Paul. All right, everybody look to your left, right, say shh. Paul, I can tell you frustrated about this.
Well, is it frustrated or are you hurt, Mr. Paul?
I'm more hurt than frustrated.
Yeah. Because for you to stand in front of this community and say that, to share that part of your relationship with your wife speaks to me that there's a part in you that's really hurt. So I want to say to you, I hear you. I want to say that. I hear you. And I want to say to your wife and her friends who are here, hear his pain before you get into your shame or anger or upset. For you to say that. Now, Mr. Paul, this is a conversation I think you and Mrs. Paul, me and Mrs. Paul. Oh, that was Jones. I think this is a conversation that you need to have.
I think, and it's some relationships like that, like where the wife or even the wife or the husband, they want to get input from their friends, and half their friends not even in a relationship. And if they're in a relationship, don't nobody want to be in a relationship with them. Their relationship is going sour. At the end of the day, this is the person that you build with. If you decide to continue this relationship with this man, you should give him that respect, because like he's not being ill will. He's hurt.
Right.
He's hurt. He's hurt. And it has to be an ongoing thing, because if she still got the chicks with her in the background.
Right.
And they probably laughing like, girl, I told you so. Are they gonna be there to pick up the pieces when he skedaddle and leave?
Exactly.
Think about that.
Right.
You're married to him, not your friends.
Right.
People don't think like that. You always want the opinion. You can talk to your girls, and I'm sure everybody talks to their girls or their homeboys, and you can listen to their opinion, but you have to have your mindset on what you need to do. Stop listening to other people, because when you listen to other people, you're just gonna dig a deeper hole for yourself. What do you think?
I completely agree. I think that was a conversation he should have had with his wife
And I'm probably, that's pretty short. It probably wasn't a conversation. It probably was an argument.
Right.
Because out of frustration. So I feel his pain.
Right. I think the bottom line where he needs to get to the point is, where did she lose respect for him? There had to be something else that went along with the situation, because from what he's saying, she shows no respect at all. Sir, are you giving her someone that she can respect? This is not a normal relation. This is a marriage. It's not like boyfriend and girlfriend. What goes on between you guys stays between you guys, and you work it out. It's okay to vent to people on her behalf. It's okay to vent to people, but make sure you're venting to the right person.
Don't vent to people that want to be miserable.
Right. Just like you said, girlfriends who aren't married, who hasn't been in a relationship, even if they are married, their husband is probably out cheating somewhere. Sit down and talk to a therapist and see if y'all can work it out. That's what I mean by venting to the right person.
And I agree. That communication must have been lost a long time ago.
Yeah,
it must have been something that went on in the relationship in which she turned to her friends and she discussed it with her friends, and her friends just had this ill thought of him because of what she told him that happened in the relationship, whether it was true or false. We don't know because we weren't there. But it had to, something had, like Kee said, something had to occur before.
Some type of breakdown.
Yep. So it has to be something that occurred before in order for it to accumulate to that degree of being disrespectful.
Right.
You know?
He seemed like he fed up.
Yeah, he seemed like he's fed up and frustrated. And once again, it has to be something. You're back there with your girls.
Right. What are they telling you?
I told you,
what
girl.
Input, right? And you have to you have to watch people like that and be like, oh, I told you this and that, girl. People that's giving input about your marriage, and they ain't been more married than Sue down the block.
Wasn't even wiped up, didn't even get a bubblegum ring. Sit down somewhere.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
What's your question?
My name is Amaya, and my question is, I had this friend, her name, we'll call her Mary. She was one of those people that always tried to outdo you. If you did something, she had to do better. So recently she asked me, can I date the guy you used to date? And it was serious to the point to where he met my daughter, and I don't just bring men around my daughter at all. So later on, 2 weeks later, I was like, this is weird, this doesn't feel right. I take it back. And so she started saying that she felt like God brought him into her life, and how she felt like she had a sign to stop talking to him. And then the day later, she said she was going to keep him in her life. So I stopped being friends with her. So am I wrong for cutting her off?
You are right. Yes, Lord.
Hold on.
Nope. We ain't hold on to nothing.
No, she gave her permission.
I don't care about none of that. No. She started off, that girl is always trying to outdo her. That girl is in competition with you. Some women will get close to you so they can study you, so they can have what you have, so they can enjoy the same treasures that you have. You did right. As soon as she came to you with that conversation, she should have been at the door on her way out. You should have cut out then. I don't care about the rest of the conversation. I don't care if you were having compassion for it and all that. If you have a snake in your life, get rid of them, because they are always going to be at your heel. You hit the snake on the head for a reason. Chop the head off. You did exactly what you need to do. She was not a friend. I have dealt with frenemies. I have dealt with foes. They will try to take you out, so far as to even take your kids out. You did absolutely what you were supposed to do. Don't feel bad about it. If you want to have empathy and grace and compassion, you can do that. Do that in the spirit. She can still be on physically where she at. But don't feel bad for nothing that you did, because I promise y'all, some of y'all men don't understand this. We women, we understand this. When you have a woman who is an enemy to you, when I tell you she will tear you down, the fact that she had the audacity to even come and ask you a question like that lets you know right then and there, you were never my friend to begin with. You were never my friend to begin with. So that's, child.
It gets a little worse. It gets a little worse.
Is what?
It's a little worse.
Okay.
She's one of those, like, I want to be a Christian when I feel like it kind of people. So she doesn't like you to, like, question her faith. So, like, as a Christian, I want to do better always. So if someone brings up something that I'm doing wrong, I want to go, like, take advantage of that and fix it. So I went to the Bible and quoted her, literally, like, verses, and she went back and texted me, and she was like, I don't like that you question my faith and all this other stuff like that, so I'm going to take a step back and all.
Listen, tell you something. I dealt with frenemies. I dealt with a lot of haters. That's why I don't have friends now, because they're haters. And I dealt with snakes in the grass. They want what you got, and they try to be around you. It could be any event or any little thing. Let me go. Let me see what I can do. Let me see what I can get out of it. If a chick ever, and I'm gonna say chick because you're not a woman, if you're gonna come up to me and ask me, can you date my ex? You wouldn't be my friend. I would have been cursed your ass out. I would have sent you out the door. And I don't understand how a person had the balls to ask you that. So that means that you've been eyeing what I had. You've been eyeing what I had. If that nigga would have made the moves on you, you would have made the moves on that person. Get out of my face. Don't ever bring that to me. Ever. That's why I don't deal with certain people. They want to reap the benefits and then they want to quote the Bible. You quoting the Bible like you wasn't just busting it open. You quoting that Bible verse, you need to get on your knees and pray to God because you're phony. Like, that pissed me off.
Yeah, that's crazy. She was never a friend from the start. She was in competition with you. She's an opportunist. She's trying to get in where she fit in.
Yep.
She wants what you have in every aspect. And as far as quoting the Bible and stuff like that, the devil goes to church. He knows the Bible more than...
And sit in the front. Those are the ones that fall out. And I said it. Whoever don't like it, change the channel.
Church and the Bible isn't here, it's in my heart.
Exactly.
Only God knows the relationship that I have with him. And that is just absolutely insane to ask somebody if you can... Somebody that you called a friend, can I date your ex? Ew. No.
So that goes to show you've been eyeing my ex. Lord knows you've probably been messing around with him behind my back. And if you feel like it's going to go a little further, honey, if he did it to me, he's going to do it to you.
And if there was that opportunity where he made the moves on you while he was still with your friend, you would have taken it.
Yeah.
You would have taken it. You was watching him the whole time.
Yeah.
And that's crazy word.
Instead of you being a real friend and saying, hey, he tried to make the moves on me and I'm not feeling this. But why would you want something that I had? Something, you don't know if I was bent and twisted and twisted and lipped. And I'm just keeping it real. Right. Why would you want that?
Right. And
why would you want that? I know somebody had my ex before me, but I'm not thinking about that because my ex is with me now and doing the thing. But your friend, that is gross. It is disgusting. Even a family member, just nasty.
Right.
Nasty. And then want to quote the Bible after that. Kick rocks.
Right. And that's taking on soul ties too. Every person that you with, you take on their energy. I don't want your energy. Like, that's the last thing I want. But yeah, food for thought. Yeah, that was a good one.
Oh, goodness. That was excellent. And I really enjoyed this. So, guys, thank you for tuning in to another episode of Kee T Unfiltered. Don't forget to like,
comment,
subscribe,
and share.
Till next time, guys.
Get into it.